For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 44 of the Chelsea Career Mode. We start with an extremely tough game away from home at Old Trafford. We recently played Manchester United, of course, and we came out with a draw, hoping for a victory this time around. As you can see, we're currently top of the table, they're currently third, and Tottenham are splitting us in between. But here's your team news.
They've shuffled their pack today, Manchester United. David De Gea starts in goal. Luke Shaw starts with Raphael in the full-back positions. Michael Carrick comes in for Angel Di Maria, who's injured. In attack, Javier Hernandez starts up front with Robert van Persie. Here's the Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Gary Cahill starts with Sergio Ramos as the centre-backs. Nemanja Matic plays with Fabregas in midfield. In attack, Diego Costa starts. He was the man of the match last time.
So if you remember from the return fixture a couple of episodes ago, we got a 2-2 draw against Man United with Chicharito scoring 2 goals. And Mata came close to giving them an early lead in this one in the 4th minute, of course, against his former club. On his right foot that time, but the ball flashed past the far post and we were able to recover. Nice little back heel from Eden Hazard here to play a tidy little 1-2 with Nemanja Matic, and the goalkeeper weirded me out there. I thought he was going to get there, so I didn't commit myself to getting there, and the goalkeeper pulled out of the challenge. So Hazard got there, squared it across to Oscar, who unfortunately puts it wide with an open goal, although I guess there were 2 or 3 defenders between him and the goal line, but still, would have liked him to have got the goal in that particular situation. Unfortunately for Hulk there, the woodwork was in the way this time, so we're getting closer, just not quite able to find the breakthrough just yet. But Costa shows great feet to work the space here to open up the ball for Fabregas. Gets tackled, but it drops only as far as Oscar, who draws a great save out of David De Gea there. Now, of course, if you remember from yesterday's video, we've got a vote ongoing from a straw poll that was in the description of yesterday's video. I might actually put it in the description of today's as well, to decide what happens with Oscar. Of course, we're in the transfer window. He wanted to leave for months. Then we get to the day before the transfer window, and he sends me an email saying he wants to stay. Now, I'm recording this in advance. Like I said in yesterday's episode, I'm going away this weekend, so I'm recording today's and Monday's episodes ahead of time, so the result of the poll won't be taken into account until next week, so there's still time for you to vote on it over the weekend. I'll put the straw poll in the description down below by the time you see this. And actually, if I click on results on my other laptop now, there's actually 2 votes in it so far. I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon. 80 votes to keep, 78 votes to sell. We've had 160 votes so far. I'm presuming that will be a lot more by the time you see this video, and I'm hoping it will be a lot more by the time I get back over the weekend as well. But Oscar doesn't have a certain future right now, and it is up to you guys as to what happens to him. And Carrick almost gets them a goal there. Good first time volley, although he couldn't quite keep it down. We stay at 0-0. We're into stoppage time now, and this is going to be the final chance of the game. The question is, can we get the win? Schürrle's onto the pitch now, dances past one, past the second, has the shot, but it hits Raphael on the heels and goes out for a corner. So can we get anything from the corner? Matic is going to whip it in. It's going to be Hulk that gets there ahead of the defender, but he gets it over the top of the bar, and we take a 0-0 draw away from Old Trafford. So many chances in that game, but unfortunately neither side were able to get the ball across the white line, which was the most important thing, of course. So a point from Old Trafford to go ahead with the point that we got from Stamford Bridge when we last played Manchester United a couple of episodes ago. And of course, we're in the transfer window. We got a massive bid here for Thibaut Courtois. That's a huge bid for a goalkeeper, £48 million. And I did take my time when thinking about this one, but then I thought to myself, who realistically, or even just genuinely, is a better goalkeeper than Thibaut Courtois that I could replace him with, or even on par? The only player is Manuel Neuer. There's no point selling Courtois to bring in Manuel Neuer. It's just, I just can't justify it. So we rejected the £48 million bid from Real Madrid for Thibaut Courtois. The Belgian is staying put. Now we have a game against Arsenal. For some reason, after 20 games, they sit 11th in the table. Not sure why, but here is your team news.
It's the Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Emerick Laporte plays with Sergio Ramos as the centre-backs. Ramirez starts with Fabregas in midfield. In attack, Diego Costa starts. He's been in tremendous form recently. This is the Arsenal lineup. Wojciech Szczesny starts in goal. Clem Mertesacker plays with Laurent Koscielny in central defence. Santi Cazorla starts with Alexis Sanchez on the flanks. Danny Welbeck is the sole striker today.
So a couple of changes in this starting lineup. Ramirez is in, Ross Barkley is in for Oscar, who was a little tired after the previous game against Manchester United, and Willian is in out on the right flank in place of Hulk. So of course you remember the last game against Arsenal as well. We've only just played these two teams. We're having to play them again in a short space of time. Not really too sure why that is, but still we got a 3-3 draw at the Emirates against Arsenal, with some suicidal defending from Thibaut Courtois, if you remember correctly. So I was hoping for a better result and a better performance, most notably from my goalkeeper, considering we just had a £50 million bid in for him that we just turned down. So fingers crossed we can actually get a better result against Arsenal here and pick up all 3 points, considering we again dropped points against Manchester United. Danny Welbeck, however, was able to put them 1-0 up in the 34th minute. Really tidy finish inside the near post underneath the goalkeeper, and we're on the back foot at home against Arsenal, which is something that I don't like to be in a position, or it's a position that I don't like to be in. And I like to always be attacking when I'm at home especially. But Diego Costa gets a turn in here. Good shot, but a great save by Wojciech Szczesny. He denied Costa in the first game with a save almost exactly the same as that, where the ball's almost all the way past him and he dives backwards and palms it away. We're into the second half now, trying to get ourselves back on level terms if we possibly can. Ross Barkley has a good shot. It's headed for the top corner, but Szczesny gets across to clutch it into his chest. And unfortunately we aren't quite able to equalise just yet. But Ramirez is on the ball here, breaking forward. Good pace from him. Plays a lovely ball down the channel for Diego Costa. Obviously got the pace on Mertesacker, turns inside. The big German can't quite get there with his challenge, and Costa's able to just race away from him and then tidily slots it, push it into that far bottom corner, and we are back on level terms just after the half-time break. 53 minutes on the clock. Now I'm really pleased with that finish from Costa. He did well then. In fact, Mertesacker almost opened the space up and the angle for Costa to have the shot that he scored from by throwing himself in the way. They're almost knocking the ball further goalwards and opening the angle up for him. So I was pleased with that. But we get a block in on the cross there. Wilshere gets a great turn on Sergio Ramos, and then he's unfortunate with the finish. Tried to do the goalkeeper with the eyes there, I think, but couldn't quite get it into the top left-hand corner. Went the wrong side of the post as far as he's concerned, although obviously as far as I'm concerned, definitely the right side of the post. But Willian's in here. The goalkeeper, again, similar to the last game, doesn't commit to a challenge down by the edge of the box. We aren't quite able to capitalise immediately, but we have still got the ball. Nemanja Matic is going to have a shot from the edge, but it's blocked by Arteta, and eventually Arsenal are able to clear their lines. So 10 minutes to go now, and still we were flying forward. I say I like to attack at home. It's exactly what I did. And Arsenal, as you can see, everybody back here. Ramirez is going to find Ross Barkley though. Again, Mertesacker commits to a challenge to ground. It isn't good enough, and it opens up the space for Ross Barkley to get the turn in and put us 2-1 in front with just a few minutes left on the clock. The big German just... he's such a weak spot on FIFA for Arsenal right now. And to be honest, in my opinion, I don't like him in real life either. I think he's pretty average, but I know Arsenal fans really adore their big German. But still, Williams played through one-on-one here, gets it towards the keeper, nice little turn, makes it 3-1, and we're really showing our dominance now towards the final stages of this game. It was only a matter of time before we scored one to get ourselves in front, and then of course, like buses, we wait for one and two come along at once. We get a 3-1 win. Everybody loves a classic cliche. So 3-1 to Chelsea, all 3 points against Arsenal. Delighted with that. It's exactly what we needed after that Man United game, because we couldn't afford another draw. Now we are in the transfer window for a wing back, as well as potentially, depending on your vote, a cam as well. So I'm picking some offers here. I think Oscar DeMarcos is my preference for a new rotation right back ahead of Todd Kane. But Cedric is also an extremely good player. Mario Fernandes is injured, but it did let me bid for him, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Offering £5 million for both Cedric and Oscar DeMarcos from Bilbao. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with both of those bids. But the draw and win today mean that we're still top of the Barclays Premier League. Still, again, it's the 4 games that we haven't lost that have gone on the draw column that actually mean we are top of the league, because we've still won the same amount of games as Manchester United. 11 wins, 10 draws, 0 defeats. Can we go undefeated the entire season? I don't know. We're over halfway through this year now, but there's still a long way to go, of course. And as we've previously mentioned, the Oscar decision will be made by the beginning of next week. We'll have Monday's episode, which I'll have to record in advance again because I won't have time to record it when I get back over the weekend. But Tuesday's episode will include the decision on Oscar. But the vote is still open for now, so feel free to check the straw poll and have your say. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, as always. Subscribe if you're not already. We're closing in on 34k now. It'd be great if we could hit that over the weekend. And there'll be links down below to my Twitter, Instagram and Facebook as well if you want to stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me and the channel. So that's Twitter's probably the best place for you to follow me, considering that's where I'm most active. But yeah, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. We'll have Atletico tonight, and I'll see you next time.